Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Akil, and yeah, guys, I actually didn't manage to watch Scream 6. I never saw Dungeons and Dragons, but looks like that's probably going to be on hold for now since Peter Pan Wendy is coming out tomorrow. But anyway, this was a really good film, guys. I really enjoyed this. Just like Scream that came out last year, I really enjoyed this film. Now, granted, it's not a perfect movie. I don't think any Scream film will be perfect, but I still prefer the original. But my ranking is from worst to best: three, 4, 5, 6, 1, and then 2. 2 is still my absolute favorite. I just loved what they did in 2. They amped up the stakes, and it was just really, really good how they just continue on the story. So there's that. Now, I'm going to dive right into this review without, wasting any more time. And for my pre-rating score, I'm going to say that Scream 6 is a great movie. This is not a really fun time, guys. Even though I never saw this in theaters, I did watch it at home. It was still a blast. So there's that. Now, the plot of this movie, the story of this movie is that we have Sam and Tara, who are the same sisters from the previous movie, and Melissa Barrera and Jen Ortega return to reprise their roles as those characters, and they are back and they're once again stalked by a new Ghostface killer, or maybe killers, who knows. But it's very interesting what happens in this movie, guys, because it's another Scream movie, so you know people are gonna get killed, you know how the trend goes, and all I'm gonna say is that it's another Scream movie, and you have kills, you have Ghostface, you have phone calls, you have what's your favorite scary movie, all the trends. But the way they use locations in this movie, it's really cool. In particular, there are like two sequences in this movie that I thought were very, very effective. That I was like, wow, I never thought I would see that in the Scream movie. Like, as someone who's not really a horror fan, who's only seen like a couple horror movies outside of this franchise, I'm talking about the first Conjuring, Happy Death Day to You, what else is there? Like Alien, if you want to count that, Shining, Doctor Sleep. Like I haven't seen The Exorcist. Can you believe it or not? But this franchise is just so much fun, and I don't watch it for the horror and the kills. I watch it just for the mystery element. Like I want to know who's the killer, and I want to keep guessing alongside the characters. So that's why I watch these movies, and the movie really does a good job. The story, the plot keeps you guessing, and you're like, wait, is this person it? Is this person it? No, it's not. Maybe it's this person, and that's why I really like the story of this movie. Now, in terms of the positives, I have to say the acting is really good. I mean, they did their job. I mean, it's a horror movie. There's not much else I can say about that. I mean, they did their job for acting in a horror movie, and I thought both Melissa Barrera and Jen Ortega were both really good. I liked seeing Courtney Cox back. I mean, I'm not a big fan of her character, but nice to see her back. And no spoilers, of course. I mean, we already know this is out there. Dewey's not in this movie. Sydney's not in this movie. I mean, everyone already knew that. If you've seen the last movie, you know why Dewey's not in it. And Nev Campbell has said that she's not in this movie, and she's not. So I'm not really spoiling it. I think all of you know, and all of you have probably seen this movie by now. So there's that. Now, another thing I really like was the kills. The kills in this movie were very gory, very brutal and intense, but it was very creative how they went out. And there were times I was like, oh, nice, that's a nice way, but there's also a gross way to go out. So there's that. And I just really like how they utilized the kills in this movie. And another thing I also really liked was the overall like mystery. Like I kept thinking like, is it this person? Is it that person? Like I didn't know who really was the killer. I mean, I can't knew, but then they'll throw a misdirect, and then when you see them, like, oh, so maybe I was right, but I wasn't right. I'm not sure. Now I have to talk about the negatives because there's one thing I do want to point out, and a lot of people are pointing it out too. The logic in this movie is so insane. This movie makes no sense at times. It is like becoming, I think, a parody of itself, even though it is a parody of the horror genre, but not like scary movie, which they actually do reference, I believe, in this movie. I'm pretty sure they do, but anyway, it is crazy, like the way like people get stabbed or hurt or whatever, and they're still alive. It's so dumb. Obviously, I'm not gonna say who it is, but it is so dumb. It just it that really did not make sense at all. Like I really did not like how they handled that part of the movie. Like it just felt so silly. And another thing I also really didn't like was the fact that it didn't feel like the original movies, in the sense that I like the New York setting and all that type of stuff, but this movie did not feel and capture that magic. Maybe because it wasn't in Woodsboro. It's in fact the only Scream movie I believe that's not in Woodsboro. I believe, yeah, this is in Manhattan. It's in New York, but for whatever reason, when I was watching it, it just didn't feel right. Another thing also I do want to point out in terms of positive, I actually should mention this. I just remembered what I was going to say is the callbacks. The callbacks are really good. But apart from that, that's what I can really say for this movie. Scream 6 was a really good film. As a final score, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. It's really good. Definitely one of my favorites of the year, even though I've only seen now 7 movies this year. That's crazy. I mean, I just saw Mario the other day, almost a week ago, about a week ago now, depending when you're watching this. Most likely it's probably going to be a week. Um, but who knows? If you watch it when it comes out, that's great. But yeah, John Wick, I saw that about almost a week ago. I guess I could say about a week ago. Yeah. But there have been some really good movies this year. I mean, this, John Wick. I personally love 65. Missing was great. And while I didn't love Mario, Shazam, and Ant-Man, I still liked it. I still enjoyed this movie. So I wouldn't say I've seen a bad movie. No, I haven't seen an even like mid okay movie. But I'm sure as the year goes on, like who knows, Transformers could be meh. Guardians, for all we know, could be meh. But I don't think so. But anyway, guys, that's what I have to say for now. What do you guys think of Scream 6? Also, which of these new characters do you personally like? Like, I don't know how I feel about them personally. Even though we've had 2 movies with them, I still miss, obviously, Sydney and Dewey. And, I mean, Gail's in this movie, so there's that. But overall, it's a good movie. It's a great movie. That's what I have to say. So, there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed my review, guys. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Akil, otherwise known as the Comic Director, and I'm signing out.